Thank you. I really don't deserve that, but thank you. How's everybody tonight? We're going to rock this joint, I'll tell you that. My name's Jim Holler, and I'm a board member at the Soulard School, and I welcome all of you to our 9th annual Clovers and Stars Music Festival that's produced by McGurks themselves. Let me give you an idea how this is going to work for your benefit. The first part of the show is maybe 45 minutes. We're going to have an intermission, go back out, have yourself a drink, come on back, and the second half of the show is Switchback. So, most of you have seen Switchback. They're an extraordinary duo. But the first part is equally fun, but in a different way. The McGurk House Band will be here to start. It's a bit of a misnomer. They all play at McGurk's, but they play at different groups at different times. The Irish musicians, the traditional Irish musicians in St. Louis, are a very close group. They're world-class musicians, what we have here in town. And they'll play at McGurk's 2 or 3 at a time. And then when we ask them, we need a group to play at a function, like at this great hall, then they put 4 of their stars together, and you'll really enjoy their music. Helen Gannon has 5 of her great dancers to join, so we have a little dance music with the Irish step dances and the soft shoe dances. And then Sarah Christman, our executive director, will come out and give you an idea. We have some films that we want to show you, and she'll tell you why we're doing it that way. Our Soulard Orchestra, the kids, the world-class kids, we did them on video because we thought it was safer for the kids. And so they were here 2 or 3 days ago, and they did their show, and so you'll see that, and you'll enjoy that. I do want to take a moment to recognize our sponsors for this show. They're the ones that make it work. McGurk's pays for the performers, and the sponsors put in the larger checks that go to the school. And they give us anywhere from $2,500 to $10,000. And I just want to read their names off to you. David and Lucy Dempsey, Eric Holland and the Holland Law Firm, Tom Keefe and the Keefe Law Firm, Joe Kelly and Kelly Properties. Joe's here somewhere. Andrew O'Brien and the O'Brien Law Firm. Grant Davis and the Grant Davis Law Firm. Tom Allen, the great contractor, retired. Tim and Debbie Dolan. Our bank, the school's bank, Commercial Bank, and its chairman, Gary O'Neill. Ed and Joan Wall, and Barry and Gail Mannion. Ed Dowd and the Dowd Bennett Law Firm. John Wilbur, and Steve and Patty Ackerman. The funds that we generate from a show like this and other benefits that we have, we use that money to invest in our teachers, in our students, in our programs, and in our facility to make it safe and a warm and learning environment for our kids. Our Soulard School, thanks to everybody here and the sponsors and all the teachers, is doing well, and I want you to know that. Our kids all go to high school. We stop at the 5th grade, then they go to middle school. But we track our kids because we want to know how they're doing. They've all finished high schools. And let me tell you what, some of them, a lot of them go to college. Try this list on. Washington University, Sarah Lawrence, George Washington University, the Minnesota Art Institute, Mizzou, Drake, Seton Hall University School of Diplomacy, Carleton College, Webster University, UMSL, Iowa State, and St. Louis University. That's where our kids are going to school. I think our McGurk band is ready to go. They're supposed to be listening to me out here. By God, they were. Bring them on out. Let's raise the roof, boys and girls. They'll introduce themselves. They are tremendous performers. Thank you for being here. Enjoy it.
Thank you, folks. Thank you very much. We're very happy to be here, obviously, and in this great event. And big thanks to Jim Holloran, of course, for having us here. It's here, and so I'll introduce everybody really quick. Starting that set of music off is St. Louis's own Eileen Gannon on the harp. And then on the far left over here, all the way from Texas, that's Dan Lowry on the flute.
Thank you.
And all the way from County Clare, Emer Arkins on the fiddle and vocals. And I think Emer's got something for you now.
And let us not forget St. Louis's Kevin Buckley. It is so fabulous to be back here at the Sheldon. It's always a pleasure to play on this stage. I'm going to continue on with the song this time, which is Ascolga. It's in the Irish language. And it's a conversation between a father and a daughter. He has found her a nice man to marry, and she does not agree with his choice. I don't really blame her, because he has found her a piper to marry. So no offense to any pipers out there, but you know, it's a lot to sign up for. And anyway, they go back and forth arguing about whether her match is made or whether it isn't. And I like to give her the last word and let her have another crack at it. So it's called Tero Aluru, which means go home with you. One, two, three, four. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. We're going to carry on with a few reels here. And we're going to start it off with a duet on the flute and the fiddle. It'll be myself and Kevin over here. And this is a tune we've been playing for a few years now. We play down at John D. McGurk's Irish pub down in Soulard neighborhood pretty frequently. If you guys are ever down there, you'll see us playing probably this very tune. Anyway, this is old school, no accompaniment on this first one. It'll just be a duet between the two of us, and then the rest of the band will kick in.
Thank you.
Hey.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. We're going to play another set of jigs here, and spoiler alert, we're going to be joined by St. Louis Irish Arts dancers here. It's a big reveal. So here we go. This first tune is called The Maid at the Spinning Wheel. Well, this might be something you don't see every day here. This is going to be a tin whistle duet.
Is your cue to leave?
That's right. The exits are behind you. And they're going to be, I don't know who's joining who here, but if you'll, when she comes out, please welcome to the stage the St. Louis Irish Arts dance instructor, Shannon Flecky.
I didn't even have to play for that one. 2, 3, 4.
Well, we're going to play another big old set of reels here and have the dancers come back out before the videos here. So one last time, thank you very much for coming out and supporting the Soulard School. And here we go. We might make a little bit of noise here, so. 2 and 3? Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
believe we've got Sarah Christman up right now, who's going to tell you about these videos. Put your hands together for Sarah Christman.
Hello, everybody. I'm not used to being up here, but welcome, and thank you so much for being here to celebrate with us tonight. My name is Sarah Christman. I'm the Executive Director of the Soulard School. So, 17 years. Our very first year, we welcomed 14 students in our very first classroom, and now we are at 160 students busting at the seams. And through every major transition from independent to charter and through these last few years of the pandemic, our community has remained strong and our students successful. And that is because of our dedicated staff, our amazing administrative team, our wonderful families, and of course, again, our amazing successful students. And so tonight we are here to let you in on our strings and performing arts programs. We're sorry that the students can't be here tonight. We are trying our best to keep everybody safe. And so we did the next best thing, which was still bring them here anyway and video them here on the stage. They love performing for you, and this is a really special experience for them. So tonight, you are going to see our third grade class, who has worked with Coca Performing Arts, a wonderful partner of the school, and they've created some tableaus. And in these tableaus, what they're doing is telling you about what it feels like to be a Soulard School student and showing you. And then they're also telling you through some spoken word about their classroom contract and what it feels like to collaborate and work together and be a team in the classroom. So that will be a special treat. And then we'll get to hear some amazing Grumpy Pirates from our 4th and 5th graders, because what Clovers and Stars wouldn't be complete without a Grumpy Pirate. So I also want to make sure that I thank our strings and performing arts instructor, Alex Ann Truxell. She has prepared our students beautifully, and we could not be more proud of her and performing arts and strings and our school in general. So the last thing that we'll ask you to watch is our usual video that we like to show you to welcome you into a day at the Soulard School. The Soulard School is a special place, and this is a way that we can share it all with you. And last but not least, if you open up the last page of your program, I hope you all are participating in the auction that's happening tonight. All of the funds raised, as Jim has said, go to make sure that our teachers are successful, that our programs are successful, and all of that. So if you click on that and take a photo of it with your phone, it'll take you to BidPal. We have some amazing options there for you to bid on. And if you are feeling generous, to make a donation to our wonderful school. So thank you, and I will leave the top half of the stage to our students. Thank you so much.
In collaboration with the Center of Creative Arts, the 3rd grade Performing Arts class presents A Slice of Life. And now presenting the Soulard School String Ensemble.
Thank A typical day at the Soulard School is really always special and unique.
Hearing the kids learning, laughing, playing, the excitement. The halls are not quiet, and I think that is wonderful.
Just so much joy and so much excitement for us all to be back together. Even though we're masked, even though we're distanced, there's still just so much joy for us to be back as a community and doing things the Soulard way.
When you come to school, we'll have like morning meeting.
Sometimes I learn what they do on the weekends. Sometimes I learn about how they feel and how I can help them.
At Soulard School, we start every day with social emotional learning. So what that may look like, that may be a buddy circle, that may be a class meeting that's an open-ended question, but it's a time for kiddos to reflect on things that maybe happened the night before, things that they may be feeling when they came to school this morning, and also just to let them know that before we begin our academic day, we want to check in with the person first.
They are so excited. It's been amazing. I mean, just from here up, you can see the light in their eyes. You can tell that they're smiling underneath their masks. There is so much chatter and talking amongst themselves as they come in the morning until the time they leave. So there's just that feeling of that exhale that I'm with my people.
So our teachers really see themselves as guides and facilitators. They are helping our students embrace learning.
Our teachers are dedicated to students. They're dedicated to achievement. They're dedicated to teaching the whole child.
It's one of those schools that allows you to become a better teacher.
Extended core is really vital to what we're doing.
I think as far as social emotional development, Strings gives a really unique aspect to that, in that it gives those kids that maybe aren't as comfortable public speaking or singing, it gives them yet another avenue to express themselves in a way that feels really comfortable and fun for them.
I collaborate with classroom teachers in finding out what they are teaching in the classroom so that I can take what they're learning in the classroom and make it real-world, hands-on, applicable. So the goal is to take the academic standard and apply a why to why they have to be learning this particular matter.
So through Extended Core, we are able to connect literacy, science, history, math, everything.
Physical education is an extended core subject because we can have students take what they're learning in the classroom and they bring that to an active setting.
I like PE because it gets me moving around. And we usually play tag sometimes, and that's my favorite game.
So I love being able to bring social studies into the PE classroom by teaching Suju from ancient China, which is the foundation of how we play soccer today, or teaching Kho-Kho from India, which is a tag game that everybody in India knows how to play, but is not really heard of here.
Every day we have like a new lunch, and we get to help out on Fridays. We get to help out with lunch.
So I look at my program as consisting of two separate parts. There's knowledge building and skill building. And with knowledge building, we focus more on the nutrition education. You know, what are the food groups? How do different foods affect our bodies? But the skill building part, I think, is setting our elementary school students up for the foundational part of skills that they're going to use their entire lives.
Being a Soulard School kid is really fun because Sarah Kate, she lets you cook and she teaches you a lot of things about cooking and she keeps you healthy.
A Soulard School kid is somebody who has a lot of questions, who comes with a curious mind.
One that's very confident, very sure of themselves.
I like the Soulard School because they treat me good and mostly everybody here is nice.
Everybody's nice. Everybody. I have really nice friends to support me everywhere I go. And and everyone at the Soulard school is pretty much all connected, and we all help each other out.
I just want to say I really love Soulard School.
Bill, it's a basketball player. Did you ever get bows first? I got one now, so I'm 16. 3 my toes. Oh, that's operated. They're there. All of a sudden, there's a calcium buildup. Right between the toes. Yeah, it hurts. That's why I like to put it. It's right between your little toe and the next toe. And there's nothing you can do for it. All right. Well, you're trying to bring cotton balls between your toes. But that's not helpful. Some days are feeling the other days. Tonight is a good day, so we'll see. I'll sit here with a shoe on. Well, that now, I think. Just before I got one of those hanging and there. Looks like I took out every roll. Insurance.
Because he beat Kansas 4 or 5 years in a row in the first game. And then he lost the last 3 years to Kansas. And that was a convenience. But he got caught. Well, guess what? It was I've never really talked to guys about that. You brought it up. I think the newspaper was trying to. Because who's dead? Wife died, what, 6 weeks before he died? Yeah, she had cancer. She had taken care of him for years. He had also. Oh, yeah, he was like just out of the movie for about 5 or 6. He didn't know where it was. He was a really, talking about a guy who used to be set. He was a linebacker, Nebraska, a lot of black on the throws. You take enough shots. You know, I've got to tell you, he's got to have some concussions. When I was in high school, you cross the lower your head, go for the center of the body. Yeah, yeah. But tell us about it. Put your head down. There's no doubt the guy would put it out and hit his chest. Right. Yeah. But at the same time, that concussion coming back this way. Well, the suspension helps. You talk about getting the bell because you were fighting. There was no padding. It was just that suspension. I don't think I ever saw it take them off the field when I was playing. I know somebody in the 4 years I played, somebody got the bell, and I never saw anybody come off. So, but the coaches never talked about it. Well, to be honest with you, though, when you were playing, you were so afraid that you went out of the game, you wouldn't get your position back again. That's part of it. He's taller. He got the ball right here over his
Hello. We've kind of forgotten what to do up here. That's even better. Yeah, it's nice to be back in St. Louis. Since the rock and roll. All right. As an added benefit, we're going to be playing in tune.
You could almost do an acoustic show here, country.
Like an all John Denver. So how you guys all doing? Great, I see switchback pins. Great, wonderful. Thank God. All right. Any requests? Danny Boy, Connemara Man, our time is limited. Danny Boy, you got it? You got it? Okay. Connemara Man. Galway. You went too far.
Galway Shaw.
Galway Shaw, we could do. Freebird. Oh, Mother McCree. Skinner. Dirty Old Town. All right, well, we'll not do any of those. Let's do a little Start of the County Down. I'm kidding. In a Bainbridge town in the county down, one morning last July, from a boring green came a sweet Colleen, and she smiled as she passed me by. She looked so sweet from her two bare feet to the sheen of her nut brown hair. Such a coaxing elf, sure I shook myself, for to see I was really there. From Bantry Bay up to Derry, from Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the brown Colleen that I met in the county down. As she onward sped, sure I scratched my head, and I looked with a feeling rare. And I says I to a passerby, who's a maid with the nut brown hair. He smiled at me and he says he, that's a gem of Ireland's crown. Young Rosie McCann from the banks of the Bann, she's the star of the country down. From Bantry Bay up to Derry, from Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the brown Colleen that I met in the county down. Harvest fair, she'll be surely there. I'll dress in my Sunday clothes, with my shoes shone bright, my hat cocked right, for a smile for my nut brown rose. No pipe I'll smoke, no horse I'll yoke, till my pal turns rust-colored brown, till a smiling bride by my own fireside is the star of the county down. From Bantry Bay up to Derry, from Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the brown Colleen that I met in the county down. No pipe or smoke, no horse I'll yoke, till my plow turns rust-colored brown, till a smiling bride by my own fireside is the star of the county down.
Star of the county down. The county down. The county down.
go. A little Connemara man. So. Right? Two. What? Want to count it off?
Connemara man, born by the sea. Connemara man, mighty man is he. Connemara man, not a penny to your name. Connemara man, dancing just the same. Connemara man in the valley low. Connemara man, where you gonna go? Connemara man, by the fire warm. Connemara man, dancing up a storm. Dancing for tomorrow, dancing for today, dancing for the memories that never to fade away. Dancing for your sorrow, dancing for your pain, dancing for your broken heart, never to mend again. Connemara man, Connemara man, Connemara man, yeah. Dancing for today, dancing for the memories that never to fade away. Dancing for your sorrow, dancing for your pain, dancing for your broken heart, never to mend again. Connemara man, born by the sea. Connemara man, mighty man is he. Connemara man, Connemara man, Connemara man, yeah. Just a little more bass in the monitor. Next one?
Yeah.
So, no, we can do, we can do Galway Shaw if you want. Sounds good. I think they want a Galway girl, but this is what happened after she got older. Let that sink in. You know, before the pandemic, Brian broke his leg. So for 3 months, we practiced for the pandemic by doing absolutely nothing. And then we got going.
So we were all set.
We were all set. Fired right in.
The leg was set, everything
Leg was set. Toured for a whopping 4 weeks. So, but let's do a little, the Galway Shawl. Beautiful, beautiful love ballad, an Irish depressing love ballad. Near Orlinmore, in the county Galway, one pleasant evening in the month of May, I spied a colleen. She was fair and handsome, and she nearly stole my heart away. She wore no jewels, no costly diamonds, no paints nor powder, no, none at all. She wore a bonnet with ribbons upon it, and round her shoulder hung a Galway shawl. We kept on talking as we kept on walking, till her father's cottage came into view. She took me in to meet her father, and to please and to play him a tune or two. So I play the blackbird, then the stack of barley, run his glory, and the foggy dew. I play them so slowly, with the sweetest melody, till it has run down their cheeks like dew. She wore no jewels, no costly diamonds, no paints, no powder, no, none at all. She wore a bonnet with ribbons on it, miss me. Then she left me. All I can think of now is that Galway shore. Ah, she wore no jewel, no costly diamonds, no paint or powder, no, none at all. She wore a bonnet with ribbons on it, and round her shoulder hung a Galway shawl. Yes, round her shoulder hung a Galway shawl. Well, we're going to play a song that we gave to the Pope. Totally serious. Brian and I have written about 5 Catholic masses, and this is the Hibernian Mass. And so I had a chance, and it's too long of a story to explain, but my wife and daughter and I were in Rome with a bunch of people, and we had an audience with the Pope. That was going to be the big thing, you know. And so, of course, being a musician, I'm like, you know, I have to wear a suit, and I have that inside, you know, pocket that you have on the suit guys, you know, and it's big enough to put a CD in. And I'm thinking, what's the chance? Maybe I'll give His Holiness the Hibernian Mass. And so, well, I have a very cute daughter, and she was like 3 at the time. And so the Italian, you know, these security guys, you know, said, you, and then, you know, told me, you can come along too, baby. And so my daughter Anya got to kiss the Pope. My wife was there, and sure enough, I gave him the Hibernian Mass. And there's a great picture because he's there like this. He's kind of, he didn't know what the heck it was, you know. So, but I'd like to think he's jamming out to this one. This is about the Holy Saints of Ireland, right?
Yeah, we don't usually do sing-alongs this early in the program. We drop the mandolin just down a little bit. Just bring it. Yeah, this is believe it or not, guys, this audience participation moment.
A little too early in all this, I know, but we're gonna forge ahead.
This is a 4-pack of Irish saints. Okay, it's a 4-pack. In other words, we start out with Brennan. Everybody knows who Brennan is? Does anybody not know? He was an explorer. He was God's own personal explorer, and a very nervy guy because back in those days, you know, they thought the world was flat, and so he actually, you know, he not only did he beat all those other guys in discovering this great land, but he did it while the world was flat. So that's
can't beat that.
And then of course we have St. Patrick's in there, and St. Bridget. Anybody know who St. Bridget? Yeah. Her sacred industry, right? It was amazing.
She made things happen, Bridget. Yeah.
And then, of course, Malachi was the visionary. And he had the story on him was that he had a really severe head injury as a young kid, and he went on to become a prophet. Same thing happened to Dick Butkus.
Right.
You know? So we need you guys with an arm thrust. Show them how to do it, Marty.
Oh, Holy Saints of Ireland!
Yeah.
Can you try it?
There's a statue.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Holy Saints of Ireland! But you can do it with both hands, but because we're playing.
Somebody might be drinking with one of them, but like just spillage and all that.
Pretend you're at the bar. So here we go. 2, 3, ha!
Oh, St. Brendan, when you sailed across the blue, did God
come true. Oh no, said Brendan. When I sailed across, I knew this land of God dwells in me and you. Let me hear you now, everybody. Holy Saints of Ireland, who serve the three in one, the Father, the Holy Ghost, and Son. Bigger, here we go. Holy Saints of Ireland, by the three in one, help us on the journey that we're on. Help us on the journey that we're on. Oh, St. Patrick, when you climbed the holy reek, did you hear the voice of God from the peak? Oh no, said Patrick, when I climbed the holy reek, in my soul I heard the Spirit speak. Let me hear you nice and loud. Holy Saints of Ireland, who serve the three in one, the Father, the Holy Ghost, and Son. There we go. Holy Saints of Ireland, by the three in one, help us on the journey that we're on. Help us on the journey that we're on. Oh, St. Bridget, with your sacred industry, did your works of love set your soul at ease? Oh no, said Bridget, it was not my industry, the love of God that brought my spirit peace. Like you mean it, guys. Holy Saints of Ireland, who serve the three in one, the Father, the Holy Ghost, and Son. Like I mean it. Holy Saints of Ireland, by the three in one, help us on the journey that we're on. Help us on the journey that we're on. Oh, St. Malachi, with your gift of prophecy, did your vision tell you of our destiny? Oh no, said Malachi, my gift of prophecy saw only what God wanted me to say. All right now, here we go. Holy Saints of Ireland, who serve the three in one, the Father, the Holy Ghost, and Son. Clap your hands now. Holy Saints of Ireland, by the three in one, help us on the journey that we're on. Clap your hands, folks. Holy Saints of Ireland, who serve the three in one, the Father, the Holy Ghost, and Son. The Father, Holy Ghost, and Holy Saints of Ireland, by the three in one, help us on the journey that we're on. Help us on the journey that we're on.
Let's see. Is that the first mandolin one?
I think.
Jeez. So quick. Let's do a little. I heard those kids do Drunken Sailor. We cannot do it as well as they did. So
Yeah, you're right,
let's
Mark.
leave that alone.
All right.
But what I was thinking is let's do the Wobbly Jigs.
Sure. Want to do acoustic?
Nah. Gonna do the best loved of all Irish songs and dedicate this to Jim Halloran and of course it was written by an Englishman, which was written by a guy by the name of Fred Weatherly, an English guy. He was a lawyer who was aspiring to be a musician. Just say that for Jim because he's a lawyer. And but he was over in England, and it was while sheet music was still the big thing. You know, if some of you might remember your grandmother's sheet music cabinet next to the piano, right? Going back a little bit, but that was it. If you were a big hit, you sold music, and so that's what Fred wanted to be. His sister had emigrated to Colorado, heard this melody, being musical herself. She sent it to him. Comes out in 1913 as Danny Boy. All right. World War I, 1914, becomes a very effective recruiting song for the British Army. A lot of Irishmen join the British Army ranks. And so at that time, you get that elusive third verse that certainly wasn't penned by Fred, but was penned by some Irish patriot. And that kind of brings it full circle. Here in the States, we always think about it as somebody losing somebody, or somebody seeing a son or daughter going off to battle. So with Veterans Day around the corner, let's also dedicate it to our veterans, right? Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the flowers are dying. 'Tis you must go and I must bide. But come ye back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and white with snow. 'Tis I'll be here in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, I love you so. And if you come and all the flowers are dying, and I am dead, as dead I well may be, you'll come and find the place where I am lying, and kneel and say an Ave there for me. And I shall hear the soft you tread above me, and all my dreams will warmer, sweeter be. If you're not there to tell me you love me, I'll simply sleep in peace until you come to me. But should I live, and should you to die for Ireland. Let not your parting thoughts be all of me. Breathe a prayer to God for our dear Sireland, that he may hear and he may set her free. And I shall take your place and pike, my dearest, and strike the blow, though weak the blow may be, for the cause to which your heart was so nearest, and you shall sleep in peace until you come to Thank you very much. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Yeah. I'll give you an Irish drinking song. And about time, yeah. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with drinking. So, you know, that the Irish would have ruled the world if it wasn't for whiskey, right? So that's, so, you know, it's a balancing prospect there, you know? That's the truth about it. Ushkabaha, the water of life. And, you know, we've had a chance to experience that over in Ireland. Off and on, and the real good stuff, besides the whiskey, is the poaching, right?
Poaching?
Poaching, the creature, all that. And my cousin Seamus didn't drink alcohol, but he used it as a body liniment.
Not for himself, right?
For himself. So I gotta think about that.
I thought it was for the lamb and it was for the lambs.
He also gave it to the lambs and the sheep, and and he did. This is the honest to God's truth. He would give the sheep, the lambs, in March. He would give them a teaspoon each, and that helps digest grass.
Everybody knows that.
Everybody. And then about August, you know, Seamus would give them about a half a glass each.
Wow.
Right down their throats. And the wool just goes, and it makes it very easy to share sheep that way. So. Anybody here share? I have. I wish I had that, you know. But here we go. Gather up the pots and the old tin cans, the mash, the corn, the barley, and the bran. Run like the devil from the excise man. Keep the smoke from rising, Barney. And the old tin cans with the mash and the corn and the barley and the barley and give smoke from rising Barney. Swing your left and swing your right with the X-Man is the sound now. Well, take it up the day and the broad daylight. It's up kind of murder. Gather the mother and the old tin can with the mash and the corn and the barley and the excitement keep us from rising, Barney. Well, a gun for the butcher and a coat for Tom, and a bottle for Father John, and a help for old dear long in the hills of Cumber. Well, gather up the butts and the old tin gun, with the mash and the corn and the bully and the bread, and the excellent man keeps us both from rising, Barney. Ground, it's too late where the exiled man is at the gate. Glory be to Barrack of the Dragon and Night in the hills of Connemara. Gather up the pots and the old tin cans on the mash and the corn and the barley and the bread and the one and up. And the exiled man keeps far from rising, border. Well, now stand your ground, it's too late. The exiled man is at the gate. Glory to Paddock of the Dragon and Night in the hills of Connemara. Gather up the pots and the old tin cans on the mash and the corn and the barley and the bread. Run every day and the exiled man keeps smoke from rising, Bernie. Gather up the pots and the old tin cans on the mash and the corn and the barley and the bread. Run every day and the exiled man keeps smoke from rising, Bernie. Keeps smoke from rising, Bernie. Keeps smoke from rising, Bernie.
I don't think you can hear each other.
Benediction, yeah. All right. Well, it's probably enough of us. We're going to give you a little benediction here, a little blessing. It's called a simple benediction. And just wishes health and happiness until we meet again, right? So also from the Hibernian Mass. So here we go. Let us join our hands together as we say our goodbyes, for we never know the next time we will look in each other's eyes. This world turns but one way and leads us to the next, so let's clasp our hands in friendship and call on God to bless. See us safely on our journey, lighten the trials we bear. Guide us and protect us from every woe and fear. We're offering today a simple benediction. God bless us and keep us and see us safely home. There is sadness in this moment that ends our gathering, but the joy of our reunion is as sure as the coming spring. For our parting is but a step on the road we must make, a crossing that we all are on, but alone we must take. Safety on our journey until we all are one. We believe that we shall see the coming of the sun, and we're offering today a simple benediction. God bless us and keep us and see us safely home. See us safely on our journey, lighten the trials we bear. Guide us and protect us from every woe and fear. We're offering today a simple benediction. God bless us and keep us and see us safely home. God bless us and keep us and see us safely home. Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, it's time to introduce the members of our band. Folks from Lansing, Iowa, this is Mr. Brian Henry Fitzgerald.
What a pleasure. Thank you, guys. All the way from Woodstock, Illinois, now living in Rogers Park with his lovely family. This is Mr. Martin McCormack.
Thank you very much. Means a lot for us to play for Soulard School, and also means a lot if you buy our merchandise.
Oh, God. You have no idea.
We'll be out there. We'll have stickers.
We'll be wearing spandex.
I don't see any stickers on anybody here. But, you know, we're not too far from Christmas, so let's end with a Christmas song.
All right. Do I know it?
Everybody knows this one. The wren, the king of all birds, St. Stephen's Day was caught in the furs. It's just a real toe tapper, knee slapper, right?
Yeah.
You all know it, right? You will by the time we finish, because it has about 23 verses. That's why we thought we'd finish with this one. So, maestro, if you will, here we go. The wren, the king of all birds, St. Stephen's Day was caught in the furs. Though he's the littlest, funniest, great, jump up, my lads, and give us a treat. The wren, the king of all birds, St. Stephen's Day was caught in the furs. Though he's the littlest, funniest, great, jump up, my lads, and give us a treat. As I was send a killing on, I spied the wren upon the wall. On me wall and knocked him down and carried him in the Carrick town. Up with the kettle and down with the pan, and give us a penny to bury the wren. Up with the kettle and down with the pan, and give us a penny to bury the wren. Murders her nest is in the bush that I live, best is in the tree, the holly tree, where all the boys that follow me. The wren, the king of all birds, St. Stephen's Day was caught in the furs. Though he's the littlest, funniest, great, jump up, my lads. Up with the kettle and down with the pan, and give us a penny to bury the wren. Up with the kettle and down with the pan, and give us a penny to bury the wren. I have a little box under me arm, under me arm, under me arm. I have a little box under me arm, a penny or come, so do no harm. The wren, the king of all birds, you see this day was caught in the first. Though he's as little as Sammy is great, jump up and dance again. A very good woman, oh, Mrs. Ryan's a very good woman. She gave us a penny to bear the wren. There's a whiskey and there's a bear, we wish you all a happy new year. There's a whiskey and there's a bear, we wish you all a happy new year. Up with the kettle and down with the pan, and give us a penny to pay the rent. Up with the kettle and down with the pan, and give us a penny to pay the rent. Up with the kettle and down with the pan, and give us a penny to pay the rent. Up with the kettle and down with the pan, and give us a penny to pay the rent. Woo! Unless you want like an up. Stand up here. Hey, Fitz, you might want to get over to the side so they don't trip all over there. This thing? Yeah.
And the cord.
Check 1, 2. Folks, please put your hands together one more time for Switchback.
Go home.